everybody, welcome back to HeatMyShorts. Hope your day's been going well. We are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator on episode 65 of Flying Across Canada. I'm gonna have a seat and tell you where we're going today. I guess it's probably in the title, or at least the thumbnail, but maybe you didn't look at that. We're back at Centerdale Airport in Nova Scotia. The identification code here is Charlie Delta Lima 8. We're sitting on runway 12 in a Supermarine Spitfire Mark 9er Charlie, flying a heading of 089er, which is east, and traveling 55 nautical miles to Alan J. McEachin, Port Hawkesbury Airport. The ID code there is Charlie Yankee Papa Delta. We will be landing on runway 11 and taxiing to ramp 9er parking. Current local time is 3:11 p.m., which is 15:11 if you're on 24-hour time, which I suppose we should be if we're doing aviation stuff. We're expecting an 18-minute flight today. So I'll take you to the outside, do a quick walk around of the aircraft before we get going. Here's our Spitfire Mark 9, Mark 9er, I should say. We're using the gray nurse livery today because I'm a huge fan of that shark face that they paint on some aircraft. I just think it looks awesome, especially on these older aircraft. So everything looks good. Let's take it back to the inside. And we're basically ready for takeoff here. I want to pre-warn you, I have a lot of trouble getting airborne in this aircraft. Where is our windsock? I'm actually not sure where the windsock is. But anyways, we have a crosswind, and I have a lot of trouble preventing a wing strike in these crosswinds. So hopefully I can have a nice clean takeoff, or at least a minimal wing strike, because this aircraft actually has propeller damage enabled. So if I strike the ground with a propeller, we need to stop and repair the propeller before we can attempt to take off again. So let's see here, we're ready to go on our timer. Everything's all ready to go. Let's get airborne here. Spitfire Mark 9er, Hotel Mike Sierra 39er, Lima Oscar Foxtrot. We are throttling up. Hope you enjoy the flight. There's our wing strike. I'm not sure why it's doing that. There we go. Okay. Hold on a sec. I wonder if... Okay, hold on. Are my controls malfunctioning again? A little bit. Not too bad. Okay, well, let's get our landing gear raised. Get our landing lights and taxi lights turned off. We don't need to level our flaps because this aircraft actually doesn't have takeoff flaps. It only has landing flaps. Now we're going to align to our heading of 089er. Let's check our EFR. Yeah, there we go. That's about it right there. Okay, and this thing's actually flying quite level. It does have a little bit of a roll that it does on its own. That's just the way it goes. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this aircraft. The Supermarine Spitfire is a British single-engine single-seat military fighter aircraft. The Mark 9er Charlie is a high-speed interceptor, ground attack, and bomber variant. The very first Spitfire prototype first flew in May of the year 1936. The Mark 9er was introduced in the year 1942. More than 20,000 Spitfires have been built, including all variants, and almost 9,000 Mark 9ers were built. They were retired from RAF service in 1955. This one's powered by Rolls-Royce Merlin 6.6 liquid-cooled piston V12 engine with a dual-stage supercharger and intercooler, capable of delivering up to 2,000 horsepower to a four-bladed propeller. Now I have some speed and stats, but they are actually based on the Mark 9er Echo variant, which has the same engine, but I'm sure some of the stuff is slightly different. That's the closest I could find, though I spent a little bit too much time on it. So, the Mark 9er Echo, which is slightly different than this one, I guess, is armed with two Hispano 2 20mm cannons, two Browning 50 caliber machine guns, and capability for two 250-pound and one 500-pound bombs. Has a surface ceiling of 42,500 feet or 12,984 meters. The maximum speed is 408 miles per hour, 656 kilometers per hour, or 360 knots estimated. I had to figure that knots part out on my own. Actually, these last calculations, I had to convert them on my own, so hopefully they're not too far off. Let's see, where were we? The stall speed, I guess. We did the maximum speed, right? Yeah. The stall speed is 85 miles per hour, 136 kilometers per hour, or 90 to 95 knots. Now, I couldn't find whether that was with flaps extended or not. I can kind of assume it's flaps extended, because whilst, stall speed, that seems like the most relevant time for that, is at your landing. So it looks like we've already traveled about a quarter of our journey for today. Let's take a look around outside, I suppose. I think my controls are malfunctioning a little bit. Yeah, they are. And that's why I was having so much trouble with the takeoff. If I give it full side stick, full stick, it stops rolling. See how it starts to roll and then it just stops? It shouldn't be doing that. It should be continuing to roll. Well, I wonder if my yoke is having the same trouble. Okay, the yoke is not doing that, so maybe I'll use the yoke. Hopefully it's not shaking the screen around too much. Oh, okay, maybe not the yoke. I don't use the yoke very often. I'm not a huge fan of the yoke, to be honest. Maybe just because I'm not used to it. Maybe we should check out some of our camera views, see where they've hidden the GoPros on this plane. like any of them. Really like that one that was kind of looking straight at the pilot. That was a cool view. Yeah, it's really too bad that our controls are malfunctioning. They were actually giving me trouble a couple days ago, and I spent quite a bit of time on them. I removed all of the add-ons for the simulator, ran it on bare bones minimum, and it seemed okay. So I slowly installed all of the add-ons again, and it seemed okay. Did a few days worth of test flights, and it seemed okay. And then this morning it's been giving me trouble again. I'm not sure why. If you happen to know what that's all about, if you're into this flight simulator stuff and you're running into that trouble, let me know. Actually, having said that, it's not doing it now. Huh. Okay, well, seems okay now. That doesn't really make any sense because I haven't changed any settings since we've started the flight here. Oh well. I'm just happy that it's working now. And I'm hoping that it works for landing as well. Because I'll have trouble landing even more if I have to use the yoke to land. I think we're at the halfway point. I recognize these lakes from being right at the halfway point. Yep, maybe slightly past the halfway point. Pretty close though. Pretty close. Tank pressure. I'm not sure what that would have done if the engine would have cut out. Yeah, I don't spend a lot of time on these old World War II planes. Oh, hello, my little co-pilot. Hello. May's come over for a little in-flight visit. We'll have a hangout with her at the end, of course. Papa Delta, this is Spitfire Mark 9er, Hotel Mike Sierra, Lima, sorry, Hotel Mike Sierra, 39er, Lima Oscar Foxtrot, descending from 4,000 feet, approaching from the west. Hotel Mike Sierra, requesting clearance to land on runway 11. And we have been given clearance to land. Flaps level, or sorry, lowered. Descend to 1,000 feet and continue. And our stall speed 90 to 95 knots. Currently at 120. Trim adjusted again. Bounce there. Couple bounces, eh? Oh, but I can't see. There we go. You know, I have hit the brakes too hard, like at the parking spot, and done a nosedive and destroyed the propeller. Check our map. Yeah, we're all good. Nobody in the area. We're gonna taxi slow. So that was a really bad landing. Like that was terrible. When you bounce like that, that's called porpoising. Like a porpoise, like a dolphin jumping out of the water repeatedly. You're not supposed to do that. I should have gone around, but, you know, I had a lot working against me there. The plane's really not operating very well, and I was feeling pretty overwhelmed there on that landing. Like, I did not want to go around. Just straight up, honestly, I did not want to go around. So we didn't strike our propeller. I don't remember if I said it on this one or not, or if it was on my failed crash takeoff that I deleted, but this one actually has propeller damage enabled. So if I strike the ground, the propeller will break and I'll need to fix it. It doesn't take a lot of work, but it's a little bit embarrassing, right? Just approaching the end of the runway and our taxiway here. It's not easy to do a nosedive on this thing. There we go. A little bit of a crooked parking job, but that's okay. Maggie is staring at the wall. I'm not sure what that's all about. Let's get this plane shut down. And our lights all shut down. Our pitot heat turned off and our de-icing. And our alternator and battery shut down. Let's cut our fuel. There we go. And turn off our magnetos. I think that's it. Fuel pressure off. I don't know what wobble fuel pump means, but I think that's it. Let's get our canopy open. Oh. Oh. There we go. All right, we're here. We made it. Port Hawkesbury, or McEachin Port Hawkesbury Airport. Let's get this thing zoomed out. Hi. Hi, Maggie. Oh, you're over here now. Are you ready to say hello? Maggie's ready to say hello, she says. Look at that face. Look at this little face. Hey, look at this little dog. Hey, it's my co-worker. This is my co-pilot. Why are you being shy? She doesn't want to look at the camera today. Hey, you don't want to look at the camera today? Look at the cute doggy on that screen. Wow, she really doesn't want to look at the camera today. Isn't that weird? Some days she loves it and some days she wants nothing to do with it. What if I hide it up here? Does that work? Yeah, good job, Maggie. Good co-piloting. That was a lot of fun. Actually, it was a little bit stressful at times, but it was also a lot of fun too. It's good to be stressed out sometimes, I guess, right? It's not, shouldn't always be comfortable. Let's see here. Episode 66, we're gonna be flying a C-130 Hercules to Sydney, Nova Scotia. And I think that's our last stop for Nova Scotia until we continue on to Newfoundland, which is the final province of this country before we either turn back or head further east across the ocean to Ireland or something. I'm still not sure what to do after Canada. Let me know if you have any ideas. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for flying along with us. And I hope to see you on the next one. This has been Heat My Shorts with Maggie and Steve. The Maggie Show. I love you all. Bye-bye.